before we get started, I just want to say I am representing the women as the only woman speaker today, so... Great to be here tonight. Seriously, it's really great to be here. What has me here is I am really at a point in my life where I'm trying to give back, and I'm really committed to make a difference with the world of Native Americans. I am Chenoa Barhydt. I'm half Native American, and the funny thing is when I tell people that I'm half Native American, they tell me they're Native American also. So show of hands, who has 1/16, 1/8? Great. Okay, yeah, right. So, okay, the question is, who has one of these? I am officially a card-carrying Native American. This is the Kiowa tribe of Oklahoma. So yeah, that's my card. A little bit about me. I grew up in a trailer park in Norman, Oklahoma, and I think there was a lot of times where I actually was really embarrassed about being Native American, and it still stayed with me until most recently. I think there's a lot of times when, as a culture, there are words that kill, right? There's those words that really dig deep, such as even Indian. The word Indian itself is a word that's used as a slur. There's, drunks, ignorant, those sorts of things. I remember being in 4th grade, and I was on a bus, and I was trying to talk to this high school girl who was really pretty, and I wanted to be her friend and asked to sit next to her, and she said no, because I don't like Native Americans. That was the first time I've ever experienced any sort of racism and really bought into the lie that we're not good enough. This picture here is a picture of my sister and I. She's amazing. She's 4 in this picture, and she was supposed to have it all, right? She's full of innocence. Instead, what happened is she ended up being in meth rehab several times, 5 kids, different fathers, and really had a life that was full of struggle, right? So the question is, how do these negative words really kill a culture, right? So what we're looking at here is a sign of the Pine Ridge Reservation, and this is the melting pot of just major Native American issues in the United States. What's happening here is there's 70% dropout rate for high school. There's over 65% of the folks are alcoholics, and this is something where ultimately the kids on the reservations live in 2 different worlds. They live in the world of having an identity of being Native American, but also having an identity of being in a world where people say they're not good enough. So the net effect is that they just seem invisible. So, when you look at this, like, what can be done, right? And there's, for me, and being passionate about what I'm doing and what's happening at this point in my life, there was a time when my mom had called me, it's a couple years ago, and my sister had a fight with her boyfriend and was coming out of the apartment and had my niece and nephew in the back seat. And what my niece and nephew saw was my sister driving down the street high on drugs and alcohol, and then they saw police lights on the back window. And so, what they saw was their mom taken away for 8 months. And this is something that occurs all the time in the Native American world. This is a picture of my grandfather, Nelson Bigbo. He died late last year. He was 92. And I have a commitment, and my commitment is that this cycle stops today. There's no longer going to be any phone calls of that nature. And really the commitment that his legacy, the 50-plus grandkids and great-grandkids, really live in a world that's full of possibility and hope. So, I called this slide or this presentation the heroic rise of Native Americans, and really I say that the heroes in this case are the youth, right? They're the ones that are going to make a big difference with the Native American nation overall and really transform who they are for this planet. So, having said all that, I do want to talk to you about something that is amazing, right? And so this little picture of my sister and I, she is now 30 years old, and she is she's chosen to be a great mother, and she's also chosen to go to nursing school and she has a great future ahead of her, and I'm just really excited. There's this great quote. If you guys know me, I love quotes. Each of us is put here in this time, in this place, to personally decide the future of humankind. Know that you yourself are essential to this world. This is something that I want to leave you with, because this is something that not only impacts the Native American culture, but everyone in this room as well. So the journey's just started. Please follow me and find out about my foundation, and I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much.